What's on your mind tonight?
I have an elderly mother. She's 88 years old, and she needed hearing aids. So when we got her new booklet explaining benefits from her insurance company this year, I read through it, and it said that it would pay, or she would only have to pay $360 for a behind the ear aid, or a $390 per ear for in the ear aid. And so I waited until after the 1st of January when I knew that would be in effect, because the book came out early. So I took her to the specialist, the audiologist, and before I took her, though, I did call the insurance company, and they told me, yes, that was right. They read me exactly what was printed in the book. Then I took her to the audiologist, and while we were in the audiologist's office, we called to make sure that the benefits were as they were explained to me, so that she would understand them as well as I did.
Right.
But to make a long story short, we got the hearing aids, and then the insurance company didn't pay. We had to pay the full amount.
Okay.
They told us that we had to go through a mail order hearing aid.
Well, I'm going to hold you there, Joe, and let Arthur go ahead and sort of weigh in his thoughts on hearing a little bit of your story with your mom.
Well, you're learning the difficulty of trying to read insurance contracts. It's virtually impossible. Even for us lawyers, it can be difficult. So we start with trying to understand the contract, what it says, and whether anything that you bought, you were misrepresented the terms of the contract. But ultimately, if you can't resolve it, you're going to have to get a lawyer to help you. The problem you're going to have is where there's enough money involved justifying the use of an attorney.
And let's talk about it. You know, a lot of the devil's in the details or in the fine print. And I'd like for you to talk just a second, or let's talk just a second about that fine print. In your experience, is that fine print, is that a term of the contract that can be enforced by the insurance company?
Well, I have to read the contract to see what it says and then try to figure it out. But it's not just the fine print, it's just all the print that's in those contracts.
Yeah.
Even an automobile policy can be very difficult to understand.
Sure.
So I think she's got a task ahead trying to figure it out on her own.
You can definitely see the upset, though, that's disturbing.
Yeah.
Keith is next.